Welcome to another episode of Hard Factor presented by the Barstool News Network. It is Thursday, May 14th, 2020. We got all kinds of crazy stories today. Reopening drama everywhere. Grocery store prices gouged. Paul Manafort's out of jail. Ostriches on beware. Space junk. All kinds of crazy shit. So, Pat, get us going.
Yeah, hell yeah. By the way, I do want to point out, if you're following us on YouTube, you can see Mark's new psychedelic setup. Really enjoying it. It's like he's at an iguana bar in Tahiti.
Oh, yeah.
But he's not. He's safely practicing social distancing.
And Wes, too. And Wes has got like a new HD look going on. It's
depth of field. So if you want to see Wes's face in focus and everything else out of focus, I'm sure there's some people out there who want that.
Pat and I having the setup immaculate as always. Just don't worry about it.
Wes is looking good.
Looking good. Real good.
All right, guys, to reopen or not to reopen? That is the question. Let's get into it. Yesterday, the Wisconsin Supreme Court overturned the state's safer at home orders and mandated that all future statewide restrictions dealing with the coronavirus must be approved by the legislature's rulemaking committee. The decision is right in line with the state's motto, which also happens to be the laziest by far of all state mottos. It's just the word forward. That's it.
Simple, to the point. That's I kind of appreciate it a little bit.
Forward. I feel like it's half done. I feel like
no, that's it. That's all you need to do. All you got to do, forward. Don't go backwards. Forward.
I would have preferred onward. But
right. Well, onward is kind of like two words, but
upward.
Also upward, also more. Yeah, kind of like two words.
Forward onward makes sense. You walk forward. You go forward in time. Everything is forward. You
over there
on the forward.
Unless you're backing out of your driveway.
Yes, then you're moving forward. Great point, Mark.
No, but you're still moving forward with your day.
Actually. Yes, that is true because you're going somewhere in your car. In my opinion,
forward. Unless you're in a coma.
Yep, that is true. If you're
time still moves forward.
Okay,
right,
fine. Well, time is not a thing. It's like
it's a flat circle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was a rabbit hole. Not the point, guys. The 4-3 decision was met with a ton of controversy, but the best part of this whole thing, regardless of which side you're on, was the internet reaction of people continuing to roast Wisconsin Supreme Court Judge Rebecca Bradley, who compared the state's stay-at-home orders to the internment of the Japanese Americans during World War II last week. Yeah, I don't know.
Extreme comparison.
Probably very similar.
Yes, very similar. And yeah, Frederick Stay-at-Home Douglas says, "Dear Wisconsin Justice Rebecca Bradley, America's internment of Japanese Americans during World War II was literally a you Japanese cannot stay at home order," which I thought was a
correct. It's as in go into the camps order, right? Yeah.
Yep, that ain't
there's an instance where there's no more forward when you get sent to an internment camp.
Yeah, you're on pause there for sure, or worse. Yeah, that's not good.
You're praying for forward.
Yeah. Pause would be a terrible, terrible state motto. As of Wednesday, guys, Wisconsin has more than 10,902 confirmed cases of COVID and 421 deaths, according to Department of Health Services. L.A. County, the largest county in California, issued a new public health order on Wednesday, clarifying their Tuesday statement that their stay-at-home order would last at least 3 more months. This new modification order specifies different businesses.
3 months.
Right. Yeah. It's a lot of them.
They should change their motto to give up.
How do you even handle that?
Additional months.
Yeah. What do you
3
do?
months from today? 3 months from today?
You think about that gun you bought for protection.
That's when you pick up a new drug habit at that point. That's when you decide to start trying some things.
At best.
Yeah.
In LA?
I feel bad for Buddha Ben. He had just moved to LA like right before.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Why do you feel bad for Buddha Ben? He's smoking weed and making art.
I mean, I know he's enjoying his flowers, but I'm saying dude, you're locked down for 3 more months.
Locked down through July, which is what I read, till August that's not what you.
It's a lot.
That's not what you want.
By the way, guys, if you don't know who Buddha Ben is, he's a former Barstool employee, great director and camera person. He shot our High Times Cannabis Cup stuff, and he's making great art. So check him out.
Man, yeah, he's out there. He's painting in the lockdown in LA, but now he's got 3 more months to paint. So
hey, man, it's gonna be good for his art. I think it's at Buddha Ben. Anyway, guys, this modified order kind of outlined what could open, different businesses. Specifically, it examined LA's beaches. But guys, this modification of the order, unlike its predecessor, has literally no expiration date. The 3 months is just an estimation. If you're wondering what you can and can't do on the beaches of LA, you've come to the right place because I'm going to run it down for you real quick. You may engage in ocean activities like surfing, swimming, or aqua dumps. You may engage in active recreation or exercise such as walking, jogging, or CrossFit. That's it. That's all you can do. What you can't
But
do,
not
guys,
in a class because
What else
you
you
got
gonna
to
do?
be alone.
What else are you gonna do at the beach? You can't
sunbathe. That's on the list. Can't do
Oh,
that.
you
Chill,
can't-
drink,
oh, you,
yeah,
oh,
party.
You can't sunbathe.
And
What
hang
if-
out.
What if you like I'm doing yoga, lazy
no.
yoga?
Got to
Not
be
in the
moving.
class.
Got to be moving
You got to be
forward.
by yourself working out.
I'm planking.
Yep,
Yeah,
planking's not okay. It's not acceptable. Sitting on the beach or lying on sand, off limits. Picnicking, the use of coolers or beach umbrellas, off limits. And under no circumstances, guys, whatsoever, beach volleyball, not allowed. Quick side note on LA, the USC Trojans athletic director answered the rumors on Twitter about their football home opener, saying, quote, USC has every intention of playing our game against Alabama.
Sure you
come
do.
on.
Sure you do. Pac-12.
We'll
We'll see how that
guys,
plays out. We'll see
hope
how that
so.
plays out. I don't have much faith in it actually happening.
You've probably played in Alabama either way. On Tuesday, Dr. Fauci gave a statement to members of the Senate saying that, quote, even at top speed or at the top speed we're going, we don't see a vaccine playing in the ability of individuals to get back to school this term. Rand Paul did not like this and went out Fauci real hard, saying that Fauci was not the end-all be-all, to which Fauci responded, I never said I was. Rand Paul also, hilariously, tested positive for COVID back in March and made his line of questioning specifically about whether or not people that have had COVID and recovered are now immune. He was really interested in that.
No, he
yeah.
would be. Yeah, he's a survivor, so I guess he feels the right to just sort of, fire off on Fauci whenever he feels like it now.
A little ridiculous. Mark, you brought this point up earlier. Fauci is just a doctor. He's not an economist, and he said so much.
Right.
in
Like
his
what
response.
why is everyone getting pissed at Fauci? His job as like the top infectious disease doctor in America is to comment on whether the disease is under control or not. It's not to comment on when we should open up the economy. You can get the top economist in the fucking US and have him say, hey, we need to open up the economy, and then you can make a decision based on that. But stop giving Fauci shit for not saying open up the
also in this
economy.
instance, he didn't say anything at all. He just said, "You're not going to have a vaccine by
But
school, so who cares?"
He wouldn't be doing his job if he was lying about the disease to open up the economy. It's not his fucking decision. He's
You're
an
dead on.
infectious disease doctor. So
And that's exactly what he said.
Keep Fauci's name out your mouth if
Keep
you're
his
running
name
your
out your
mouth.
mouth.
Keep
And
his
Will, you brought up a
goddamn name
great
out your
point
mouth.
for my final point of this segment. On Wednesday, there was a big hullabaloo because Trump came out, the media came out saying Trump disagrees with Fauci's recommendations on whether or not we should open schools or not, saying, quote, to me, it's not an acceptable answer, especially when it comes to our schools. Hilarious part is Fauci never made any sort of statement whatsoever whether or not schools should open or not. He just said, we will not have a vaccine. That's all he
If
said.
we don't open
Right.
up schools in the fall, it's gonna be bad.
Well, and Trump went on in that same response, Pat, where he said he expects that schools will be open with elderly employees staying home
Right. It was just
if they need to or whatever. But
hullabaloo that the press who was asking the question didn't know what the fuck Fauci had said. Trump didn't know what the fuck Fauci had said, and now it's a big thing. It's stupid, super dumb.
You leave Dr. Heartthrob romance novel out your
He
mouth.
did throw on me. That's that, guys.
Oh God, we were talking about it a little bit before we started. I'm loving the online taekwondo classes, but I need actual school and daycare basically to reopen.
Yeah.
Next
Context there, Wes. You're not taking online taekwondo. Your
Yes.
10-year-old is.
My 10-year-old, yes.
So you don't have to drive to Taekwondo.
Don't have to
So
drive.
why do you need what do you need the other services for? Because it's just becoming too much.
Just to get him out of the fucking house for
He
a little
needs
while.
school. He's one of like 200 million parents that are losing their minds. 'Cause
Yeah.
their kids are home all day.
You
Yeah.
want to point one thing out there, Wes. You're paying for these taekwondo classes online.
Yes.
It's YouTube, dog. It's pretty much YouTube.
Yeah, I know it's YouTube. He still gets his stripes though. That's all that matters. It's just
That's
right.
paying for the belts, Pat. That's
Live
all I'm doing.
YouTube. It's
Well,
like a cam girl of
could
of
also-
martial arts.
You
Yeah.
could also technically buy the belts. I don't know if
Could
that
buy the
goes
belt.
against code or not.
Could
I'd
tell
be
him-
very
Could
down
tell
for
him he
that.
qualified.
Yeah.
You did it, Cam.
Could you just buy the belts and that would be just as
Of
good?
course you could buy the belts.
It would be.
against
He'd
the
know.
code, against
Yeah.
the Taekwondo code. Will.
Yeah. That's you buy the belts for the kids that are
They're very honorable.
Special.
It's teaching them the opposite life lesson that Taekwondo is trying to
Exactly.
teach.
Well, you never have
Why
to
can't
use
you
the
just
belt.
go to the supply store, the Taekwondo supply store, and get the
You
belt?
can. You absolutely
can.
You're dead on.
Yeah.
Look,
You
the
absolutely
the
can.
belt is to never is not designed to actually ever be used. The belt
You
is a
could be-
deterrent.
You could be
At
like,
best.
I talked to the head of the Taekwondo Foundation, and he said if you take 10 YouTube classes, it's just as good. And
Yep.
here's your belt.
You can even make a piece of paper and everything. I'm sure that's all you get.
Could buy that too online.
Yeah, there's a few
Alright.
people standing in my way from that move, but
Will you guys get me a diploma?
huh?
Will you guys chip in on my birthday? Maybe get me a real looking diploma. Tell
Sure.
me it's-
Yeah, of
okay.
course.
Big diploma, sure.
I'm gonna get you a black belt for your birthday this year.
Yeah,
Pop.
why can't we get you a certified black belt? Yeah, certified black belt
Let's all be
certificate.
black belts. We can do a video of us all announcing that we're black belts.
That's good.
All right, let's move on. Guys, with the coronavirus, we've all seen prices drop in many places. You want to go on a vacation, flights and hotels are cheap as fuck right now. It's a great time to do it. Road trip gas is the lowest it's been since I can remember. I think I paid like $1.39 the other day. Fantastic. But there's one place that is absolutely bending you over right now when it comes to prices, and that is the grocery store. Prices have not increased like this, 2.6% to be exact in April, since February of 1974. So prices are just rising every month.
It's gouging you.
I noticed it today. I went and got some groceries, and I was like, holy fuck. It was very expensive.
They got you by the short and curlies, don't they?
Right. So
Well, they better open restaurants back. I'm going to start eating in restaurants. Those prices haven't gone up.
No, they were
oh,
on deals.
they're going to go up.
They're getting fucked right now. I heard a story about essentially, Grubhub and all these delivery deals. They're not part of the restaurant business model. So it's like these guys are trying to stay alive desperately, and they're giving 30% of their margin to Grubhub or Uber Eats or whatever.
Oh, no, I'll drive straight to the place and pick it up. No problem.
Yes, you got to drive yourself and go pick it up. Yeah.
Right. So let's see. Let's look at some prices. So the prices of meats, poultry, fish, and eggs rose 4.3%. Fruits and vegetables climbed 1.5%. Cereals and baked goods climbed 2.9%. Mall makes perfect sense, according to the article I read. Restaurants shut down.
Don't say beer. Don't say booze. Don't
No.
say booze.
I haven't seen the prices of at least the O'Douls go up.
No, in fact, I think the price of beer would actually maybe go down because they were having to like get rid of stuff, right? In mass. Like
I don't think the price of beer has gone up. Maybe if you go to a restaurant, buy it,
in the rest of America's body. Yeah, the
Right.
beer's gonna be fine because people are consuming more of it. They'll be fine.
Right.
Usually you take it out of context. Gas and beer prices are down. Whoa.
It's fine. Everything's fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess the article, restaurants shut down. People have to cook more at home. Demand goes up. Price goes up. We've also covered in great detail the disruption the virus is having on the meat packing plants, the overall meat supply chain. People are getting sick. Not as much meat can be packed and produced. The demand is high, supply down. That's a recipe for some expensive steaks. You know what I mean?
You can only pack so much meat.
Can only pack so much meat with a few guys. So here are the things you should avoid eating because they shot up in cost. Eggs up 16%, not worth it right now. This one's fucked up. Price of donuts rose 5%. Cookies are also up 5%, and sodas are up 4.5%. It's like they're trying to make me broke and ruin my breakfast. Also, hot dogs cost rose 5.7%. Chicken rose 5.8%. Everything is up. It's fucked out there.
All the popular shit that people like is up. That makes
Right.
sense. Yeah,
Mac and cheese.
Everything's up. So here's what you should eat. So the prices of ham fell by 1.7%. Breakfast sausage was down 0.3%. Butter was down 1.3%. Prepared salads fell by 3.6%. Cupcakes were down 2.3%, and tomatoes fell by 1.4%. So if that should be your diet from now on.
No one's eating prepared salads.
Pro tip for you guys.
I've actually increased my intake of prepared salads.
I need to get some of those.
I haven't noticed, but
neither have I.
A live chicken, it's like $15, dog, and that thing will lay you a dozen eggs every week. So just pro tip there, thinking outside the box.
Okay.
Yeah. It's only
You
good
got to
for
get a
first.
pen for it.
Yeah.
No, I mean you got to
A
get.
leash.
If you're in LA County, you better start buying some live chickens. Right.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. And
Yeah,
maybe
you
a
got-
cow.
Well, you got some time on your hands. You're gonna be around the homestead for a while. Gonna
Yeah.
be able to set up some roosts.
Yep.
That's true. Hey
That's
guys, Trump's former campaign chairman, Paul Manafort, was released to home confinement amid coronavirus concerns. He was found guilty of tax fraud and conspiracy in 2019 from dealings in Ukraine, and he was not scheduled for release until 2024. So getting out in 2020 is a pretty good deal. Manafort is now on home confinement, probably in a giant home. I mean, we're all on home confinement, so probably this isn't even really a punishment, right? Like we're all like
He's just in living lockdown life now.
He's one of us now.
He's one of us now. Manafort also looked to be in decent shape and spirits, and he's going home to a closet full of ostrich. So I get it. I mean,
He looked
not
healthy.
bad. Yeah,
He looked like he's doing better now than before.
he just took like a little break, and then he's out 75% early.
This is great for him, unless he hates his wife.
Well,
Right.
Think about that.
Right.
would you rather be in jail than in an awkward home situation?
Some bad
He'd have to
relationships
really-
can be like a prison, Will.
He'd have to really hate his wife. Michael Cohen, Trump's former lawyer, was notified last month that he would be released to home confinement as well. Cohen was convicted on multiple charges, including tax evasion. The Bureau of Prisons, though, decided to rescind his home confinement on May 1st, one day after he was warned by the Trump administration, or like a lawyer associated with the Trump administration, to think again before writing the tell-all book on Trump he was threatening to write.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This genius rolled on Trump and sang like a canary after he got pinched. And then right as he was about to be sent home early on home confinement, bragged about how he was going to write a best-selling tell-all. Not the sharpest tool, this Cohen.
So they immediately just put him back in jail.
Yeah, he's staying in jail for his full sentence through
What?
through 2021.
Well,
he's an idiot.
So check this out. That's actually the son of Sam law, which prevents criminals from making money off their crimes for the form of writings and movies.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
He's going to be writing on prison napkins and
So he didn't
ketchup.
realize he was threatening to commit a crime.
Another crime for Cohen. It is undeniably, though, a good time to be one of those Mueller report casualties, guys, as long as you didn't roll as hard as Cohen.
Right. Cohen. Aside from Cohen,
Aside from
everybody else is loving it.
Flynn's on the path to exoneration, right? He's like being held up a little bit, but it looks like he's going to get exonerated. Manafort released after only serving a quarter of his sentence. Roger Stone, who was sentenced to 3 years in jail back in February for witness tampering, lying to investigators, and a few other things, is still not even in jail. It looks
No, never went.
Back in February, he never went. It looks like they're waiting word on deferment to a retrial, so no need to turn himself in just yet. He's chilling. Trump called what happened to Roger Stone a miscarriage of justice, and Bill Barr asked for a lesser sentence for Stone. So something tells me the Rolling Stone won't be spending many days in jail. Home confinement all around, fellas.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Bars handing out deals like restaurants during quarantine. I mean, like we said, this is the swing of the pendulum from the Mueller report and impeachment to the opposite of that. Those that were loyal will reap the rewards for the upswing.
Yeah,
Round
Barr's
and
on the
round we
war
go.
path, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just obvious, and then this stuff is just there's no stopping it. It's
If
coming.
you stayed loyal,
This is terrible. This is terrible if it gets written into history books, because like I can think of two instances where things like this have happened. One is this, the other is Hurricane Katrina. Like we had a buddy that was facing like 5 years in jail.
Oh yeah, you got a lot of commuted cases. Yeah.
Right.
True.
But like, you know, there's gonna be kids out there thinking, man, it'll work out. Look at these guys.
Yeah.
you mean people are going to commit crimes?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, you get away with the courts when they're not as active or they don't have as many spots in jail. You know.
But the flip side of that is, if you don't get home confinement, you're stuck in jail with
for the whole sentence, you're not getting out for
Yeah.
sure, and you're screwed. Yeah.
It's true.
So
Not
Life's a
good.
gamble.
Not good. Stay out of jail in the first place, everybody. All right, let's talk about some space junk. China launched the Long March 5B rocket on May 5th as part of an uncrewed test flight of a new capsule. And what they're doing is they're copying the SpaceX Dragon capsule. They're making their own. It looks identical, essentially.
good copy.
Yeah, well, you know, that's
You don't say China's stealing our technology. You don't say
kind of the thing, yeah. Anyhow, this thing came back down on Monday when a 20-ton piece of it passed directly over New York City and Los Angeles before it crashed into the earth in the Atlantic Ocean off the west coast of Africa. So it scattered pieces from like the actual rocket itself all over the Ivory Coast, but nobody's been hurt. And like the big 20-ton engine rocket piece like fell in the ocean. But
So no one had any fucking clue though where it was going to land. Apparently.
well, no, you don't. So when these things, it's the largest object in nearly 3 decades to plunge to the earth unexpectedly. And what happens is it comes through like into the atmosphere, and then it's just like a free for all. Where the fuck is it going to land? And it like maybe spins around the globe a couple times.
It's like the biggest game of Plinko.
right.
What do you think you get if you get taken out, or one of your family members gets taken out by one of these pieces?
A lot of
What
money.
do you think they pay you
from
Your
China?
family?
You're
Pay
not
your
getting a
family.
phone call back.
No.
How many?
Unprecedented.
Yeah.
Nobody's died from space junk before, so it's unprecedented. But I bet you
Okay.
would get a pretty good settlement.
That
Yeah.
leads. I mean, I bet someone has died from space junk. So you sign.
Well,
a
they
bunch of
say-
NDAs and get
Right.
$20 million, Wes.
They
Yeah.
say that nobody's died from space junk.
They
Anyways,
would pay in space camp vouchers. How many hard factor podcasts is 20,000 tons? Is it 20 tons? 20 tons or
how many of us?
20
It would be-
tons.
well, 20. It would be. I think we're about a ton, right?
or a ton?
Half a ton.
No, we're
Half a ton. Okay,
Or
so
half a
you have
ton.
to do 40 of us.
40 of us wrapped. Okay, that's a lot of
Right.
us.
In fact, Pat, I was gonna. That's what I was headed to next. U.S. Space Force 18th Space Control Squadron. Shout out Space Force. They're doing something for us. They track this space junk in the reentries from Vandenberg Air Force Base in California, and they tracked it as it zoomed past New York City and L.A. like we talked about before. But it wouldn't have been that big of an impact, Pat. One building in a city by this thing at most is what they say. One floor of a building even. So according to one scientist. But,
How hyped was Space Force to have their first job?
right? I mean, well, they've been doing some stuff. I think they launched something like we covered. They're getting in the mix. The Space Force getting in the mix.
Based on the recent documentaries released on Netflix, Space Force is going to be busy boys and girls.
I think they've, based on those, they may have already been busy boys.
Yeah, exactly.
They're just expanding operations. We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, I had Hangar One thing. It's completely unbelievable, but scary as shit.
A little bit of overtime at Space Force.
Yeah. Anyways, this isn't the first time parts of a Chinese rocket have fallen over populated areas. In both March and November, parts of rockets crashed within mainland China from nearby launch sites. So they're just raining. At least they're raining it down on everybody, themselves, us, whatever. I mean,
Is anyone having a worse stretch than China right now? Like with
no.
the disease. I don't know where the Asian hornets came from, the murder hornets, but China's like half of Asia.
Right.
Mark, this isn't even their
majority.
worst stretch.
The
They've
rockets
had some
are
bad
falling.
stretches, bro.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I mean, it's a pretty bad one. This was the
this is
2020.
pretty bad. Yeah.
2020 is not their year. Anyways, but you know whose year 2020 is? All of ours, and you, the listener, because we are all gambling on the news at predictit.org/promo/hard factor20 to get your first $20 matched in the stock market of politics. And I got a new market I got my eye on right now. Okay. Will Barack Obama face charges before November 3rd?
Whoa. What is that
No
trading
way.
at?
Hot market. Hot market.
What is that trading at?
Yeah, 91 cents no, and
Yeah.
9 cents yes. So that's a free 9 cents right there.
Yes, this is where you can make money off people's, like, people bet, on both sides. It's a human fallacy where they bet with what they want to happen. So you can make 9
No
cents on that one.
chance Barack Obama's facing charges by the election. But I mean, if you obviously 9 cents of people think so. So I would take that 91.
Hunter
Um,
Biden is at 16 cents right now. Yes, for
60
charges by
Hunter,
12 to 1.
I don't know if he'll get charges. I'd say the other people, they have FBI people, McCabe, Comey, and some other guy.
I'll get some of it.
Brennan. They have some other FBI guys. I would say that is way more likely than actually Biden or
Than
Obama.
Barack Obama.
Yeah,
Strzok.
I mean, Barack Obama's not facing charges. You kidding me? What are they going to bring in the ex-president in charge of
People's
himself?
heads would explode.
No fucking way. It's not going to happen. Anyways, again, the URL, if you want that free 9 cents, is predictit.org/promo/hardfactor20. Get in there, get your first $20 matched on us.
All right, guys, this next one's for all you movie freaks out there. Little movie premiered at Berlin Film Festival back in March called The Trouble with Being Born. It's a classic story from an Austrian-born filmmaker and German production. Man has daughter. Man loses daughter at 10 years old. Man replaces lost daughter a decade later with 10-year-old android. Man fucks 10-year-old android daughter for 90
Jesus.
minutes.
It was a replacement
yeah.
of a real daughter?
of his dead daughter, and the android looks exactly like her on purpose and is named after her, so he's fucking his daughter.
Disgusting.
Yep. Throughout the film, the robot, 10-year-old android Ellie, calls the male middle-aged lead daddy. In one particular disturbing scene.
Come on. Wait, what? The robot calls him daddy and then...
Well, because it's her father.
Mhm.
It's programmed to... It's not sexual
Daddy.
Yeah.
Daddy.
It talks real.
Oh.
Wes, it talks real.
man.
Yeah.
Played by a real girl, huh?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. In one particular disturbing scene, Ellie, the android, is lying naked on the counter as her father removes her vagina and tongue for cleaning. I guess they're dishwasher safe.
Well, when you sperm up your android daughter's vagina and tongue, you got to clean it, right?
What country made this?
Well, Germany made it. The director is a female Austrian. Look, guys, we've dealt with taboo subjects before in cinema.
Director's a female?
Yes.
They've made a few films out in Germany.
This
and
is
I
the
don't
most taboo.
I thought this was for sure the work of a man.
No. He would be in jail.
No, yeah, he'd be arrested.
Look, guys, 1962
This is worse.
Lolita.
Honestly, this is worse than Nazi propaganda. No, well, you shouldn't say that, but
It's bad.
It's up there.
It
It's
gets
up there.
worse.
It is
gets worse.
It's the worst sense.
Here's the problem with it, guys. Here's the big problem.
I take that back entirely. Nazis,
Yeah,
completely anti-Nazi. But this takes it to the level. I mean, it's unthinkable.
Well, hold on. Let's explore this, guys. Look, people are fucked up. People are weird. There's weird taboo shit. There's weird taboo porn. There are people that are fucking pedophiles. There are people that aren't active pedophiles but fantasize about it. There's all weird shit. And in art, look, art's a format where you fucking can explore that shit. This makes Human Centipede look like Mary Poppins.
Problem is, guys, pedophilia.
Problem is, guys, instead of getting a 20-year-old actress to play the lead role of Ellie, which is the initial plan, they got an actual 10-year-old girl to play. Therein lies the rub, guys. So apparently the Sandra Wollner, the director, decided to remove some of the more explicit sex scenes from the film. And at that point, she's like, you know what, this is getting kind of tame and maybe appropriate for an actual 10-year-old to play the 10-year-old. But hey, bad news for you real hardcore pedophiles, you purists out there. All the child sex scenes are CGI. So sorry.
But although they're CGI'd for the 10-year-old to be completely nude and having sex.
Yeah, the actual 10-year-old that they cast for the part who had to be in it up until 5 seconds before the sex scene.
Who will most likely rewatch the movie she starred in will be naked.
How much do you think that they may have thought that they might sell a few more copies or downloads of this thing from fucking pedophiles?
100% Wes. That's where it becomes fucking pornographic.
This is a cult. No one's gonna fucking admit to watching this goddamn movie.
No,
this is gonna be a cult phenomenon.
How many views does it have?
Oh, well, so it premiered at Berlin. Look, Berlin is top 5 film festival in the world. It played in March. Probably if COVID didn't happen, it probably would have found distribution, but usually it takes like 6 months at least for a film to get distributed after.
Lionsgate presents The Pedophile.
Yeah, can somebody just destroy this movie? Could somebody buy it and destroy it?
It'll be banned. It'll be banned in every country.
Someone could buy the rights and never let it
buy it and destroy it.
Guys, speaking of the actress, the 10-year-old actress.
Bezos owes us one, you know?
Woody Allen's going to buy this one.
Oh, yeah. This is going to his personal collection. It'd be like the Wu-Tang album for him.
Yeah.
One copy. Anyway, guys, it's fucked up. It is called Doesn't Fucking Matter. Don't go see it. Filled with being born.
That's right. If you bump into someone that has a hard copy of this, or it's like on their purchase list.
Oh man, imagine if you saw someone wearing a T-shirt.
Yeah,
that's how much they loved it.
Check their basement. All right. God damn, that's
a wild ride, man.
That's disgusting. All right, guys. We all know, I love most dogs. I have 3 in my house right now. They are part of my family. I love them. I love my kid a lot more than my dogs, not even close. But I do like them more than most humans. I'm confident they would never turn on me. Not in a million years. I think most dog owners feel the same way about their own pet, that they're loyal and would never turn on them. You don't. You.
I feel like
like-
my dog right now is definitely loyal to my wife.
You think it could turn on you?
Oh, for sure. I mean, but
But-
it's small
but,
enough where
well-
there's no way it could hurt me. But
If your
Right.
dog was just your dog,
emotionally.
if you didn't share your dog, there's no way. But you are right because your dog is close to your wife as a two-person.
oh, for
situation.
sure,
Yeah.
it's I'm definitely the lowest on the totem pole.
Yeah. Well, Will, this next lady who thought maybe that her dog was going to be loyal, maybe the dog was going to give her kisses to her face.
What is this, like a Ramsey Bolton story to the eater?
Yeah. Well, she had a French bulldog, and I was going to say Will's dog is about the size of this dog.
Yeah, it's the same size.
Yeah, same exact size. This woman's French bulldog fucking mauled her to death.
What way?
Death?
Yeah, there's a woman from Illinois. Illinois,
She's
yeah.
soft, bro. How soft is she?
25-pound dog.
How soft is she, man?
20. Yeah. Well, I mean, speculation. I think maybe she was hammered and like
Was she
Was she really
fucked up.
high?
You
Yeah,
said
was
it
she
was-
really high?
Yeah.
There was this bulldog was from France. Yeah.
French bulldog. The males can be up 28 pounds, so they're not that big. So this is fucked up though. So I mean, I've never seen one that big. Apparently, they can get that big. I'm 1,000% confident I could take on at least.
Well, they're
5.
pretty thick. They're pretty thick. Like, so they don't have to be that big to be heavy.
Right.
By the
Well-
way, how come? I'm not wishing this upon them. I'm just making a statement. How come domestic cats keep getting COVID-19, but French and American bulldogs haven't gotten COVID-19 with their respiratory problems?
In fact,
Yeah,
they're
that's
thriving. They're killing people. They're doing the unthinkable.
Yeah, they're killing full-grown women.
Before we go on,
accomplishing tasks nobody thought they could.
Right.
how disabled was this woman? This
She was-
paraplegic woman.
Not disabled at all, Pat. She had a boyfriend,
What?
and I'll get to the fucked up story. So what
You gotta be
happened is
kidding
apparently this Frenchie that killed this woman was no normal dog. It had previously been used in fighting, and was a rescue animal. A rescue that 1 month prior to this fatal attack had attacked the woman's boyfriend. The boyfriend said, "Fuck this dog," returned it to the shelter. The woman went back for the dog, picked it up, brought it back home, and then it killed her.
Man.
Yeah.
How can a French bulldog even kill somebody? To get her neck or something? Or like,
No, I think it might have gotten to like an artery in her arm or her leg or something. Like the teeth are pretty. I mean, they
Yeah,
have strong
pretty sharp,
jaws. They can
yeah.
they can
Look,
puncture an
again,
artery.
Again, I don't want PETA after me in this, but
Scroll down.
these-
There's a
if
picture
these
of the
Fren-
woman.
If these French bulldogs are such good fighters, they can kill full-grown humans. I bet they're pretty interesting fights.
Yeah, I think they might only fight the French bulldogs together because they
That's
can't.
what I mean.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah. They
I
can't.
bet they were very quick fights.
Yeah.
Wait,
that's
is-
crazy though.
Is this woman Amish or like doesn't have technology? She doesn't have a cell phone.
There's a picture. I know. Or no, she has no neighbors. I'd have no idea. They say that
That's
she.
extremely sad for her and her family.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
like,
it's
what the hell? Like, why did she go back and get that dog?
She loved it.
Did they bust the ring? Are there other French?
I don't know where she got.
Yeah,
this
that's
fucking
that's
dog.
manslaughter charges on the people that were trained that dog, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
The boyfriend. I mean, like,
Yeah.
is it a live-in situation? What's that about?
Yeah, live-in situation. The boyfriend said, "Fuck this dog." It
Ooh,
attacked
my
me. I
goodness.
take
But
it back.
there was a
He's
previous-
traumatized for life.
There was a
Yeah.
previous owner, correct? Because a previous owner trained the dog to fight.
There's a previous owner. There's also another French bulldog in the house and a border collie, but they're confident that it was this one motherfucking dog that
Whew.
did all
But
this.
it wasn't these people that trained it to fight. It was a
No.
previous
It was a
owner.
rescue.
Yeah.
They rescued the dog from this fighting ring. Then these people rescued it from the shelter.
They got to
Um,
shut down that ring. You don't.
they
get
gotta shut it
French
down.
bulldogs out there killing people.
Yeah, I mean that's impressive. Anyway, yeah, very sad story. Going to the internet. Albu Baltap says the boyfriend did it, so he thinks that this was a little foul play.
Even with like the prior return and stuff,
Right.
like setting
Wait
up.
a minute.
I don't think
looking at
it's
the
true.
I'm looking at the picture of this bulldog. There's no way this French bulldog killed.
That's one of. I don't know if that's the actual bulldog that killed her. That's her other bulldog.
That's a picture
Well,
of like a
and-
5-pound one.
Yeah, unless it cuddled her to death and she let
Right.
it happen. There's no way.
I have no idea. And then one more comment. HF Golf Guy says, bet it was mixed with Pitt. Always are when this happens.
Oh man,
Shit.
did that comment really speak to you, Wes?
Wes's burner account.
Yeah, I might have written that comment, but yeah, sad story, man. I mean, I never would have
That
thought
is
that an
sad
animal fucking dog that
No.
size could do that shit.
That's awful. All right,
Crazy.
guys. Got another real bad one for you. 47-year-old Belly Mujinga was working with a British railway ticket colleague when an angry person came up to them, spat and coughed over them, and said, He had the novel coronavirus. Ha 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 ha. One of those. I've got coronavirus, and then you spit on someone or you spit on food, right?
Oh,
One of those stories. Mujinga died from
oh
coronavirus.
Jesus.
this is like the guy. This is like the bus driver in Detroit who asked the guy to put the mask on, and then they
He
wouldn't.
got shot to death. Except instead of a bullet, it was the actual.
Oh no
spit.
no! This was way earlier. This was at the very beginning of the lockdown. Different guy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, but he didn't die, did he? He
did. Yeah.
He died too. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
great.
They're getting
Another-
super
another one.
elaborate faking these deaths with this fake illness.
Right? Yeah. Plandemic, or
They're
whatever the fuck it's
committed.
called. Yeah. So
Yeah.
she got spit on by someone with corona on March 22nd and died 14 days later. Mujinga had underlying respiratory problems for which she had an operation, so she was susceptible. The spitter is still at large at the time of this recording, but the British Transport Police is investigating. That's good. Might want to catch him. So if you saw anyone screaming, "I have a coronavirus," and spitting in people's faces, please call the police. This is one of the very few instances where tattling on someone for not social distancing is okay, if you now realize in hindsight you witnessed a murder.
Right. These people are literally murderers. If
Yeah,
they're
this one guy, yeah.
First degree.
Mujinga's company, Govia Thames Link Railway, refused Mujinga and her co-workers' request to work the rest of the shift that March 22nd behind a barrier after they got spit on, and said, nope, you got to work outside. They also knew she had pre-existing health conditions when they refused that, specifically that they were respiratory, but they didn't let her leave her work until she had a doctor's note on March 25th. The doctor's note soon would read, she's dead. Mujinga has had a husband and son she leaves behind. I'm sorry, a husband and 11-year-old daughter she leaves behind. Mujinga's co-worker who got spat on by that infected psychopath also got the coronavirus, but she lived. And the coronavirus is very contagious, so if you have it, don't spit on people.
yeah.
Let's take it to the internet.
You could be spitting on somebody with a pre-existing condition. You fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Or just a human.
So
Yeah,
keep your
that's
dis-
true. Right,
keep
but
your
I mean, like,
distance.
I mean, it's not funny. Like, it literally could
No.
kill somebody.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Yes.
like spitting on somebody, like in other situations, you could say, like, you could see, but I mean, in this
Some
one,
people spit when they yell, so don't
Right.
yell at someone if they're like. Keep your distance. Be respectful when you're out of lockdown. Like go enjoy your life, but don't spit on people. Taking it to the internet, Hell in a Handcart said, "Where do you even start with this tragedy? God bless her daughter. Rest in peace, Belly, and God forgive her killer. The rest of us might struggle." That last part didn't go over well with the internet. Clap says, "Forgive? What the fuck?" Civil engineer says, "Forgive who? Is this a mistake? I presume it is. Correct this trash."
Can't
Rhea-
correct a tweet, bro.
Yeah, Rhea NSFR says, "Bro, God doesn't forgive anyone who commits a murder," which I don't know if that's true or
I'm
not.
pretty sure
I don't
that's
think-
the
I don't
whole
think-
point of Christianity.
yeah, I
Actually,
don't-
that's
I don't
why.
think- I don't think that's true.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the post. That was or whatever religion.
God
I'm
doesn't
assu-
forgive someone
I
who
was
commits a
assuming.
murder. Right.
Quick forgive.
Yeah.
God sticks to the 9 commandments.
And then my favorite is Deze says, "Yeah, nah, that's one thing I couldn't gel with about being Christian. Some shit is just unforgivable." And I felt like a fool trying to deny that. So Deze says, "Is not having the forgiveness. The large amounts of money donated and countless hours of sacrifice and devotion is a breeze. But once you start forgiving scumbags, Deze's out.
Can't do it.
Can't
Won't
do it."
do it.
It is a hole.
This is one of those people that always feels like he's
Forgiveness?
being wronged.
No.
She's just incapable of it, so she gives up everything.
That's awesome. Too much forgiveness in that Christianity.
That's right.
All right. Let's close it out with another super scary one, honestly. So it's a bit of dark. back
Sorry,
half of the
guys.
show.
Florida Man Friday coming soon, though.
Yeah, real soon. But this one is because it was from Charles. Thank you, Charles. Researchers at NC State have developed a new soft robot. It's a robot with a soft body that moves quickly on solid surfaces and can gently lift heavy items. And they call it LEAP, L-E-A-P, for leveraging elastic instabilities for amplified performance. And its design is based on the cheetah. So there's a robot cheetah now. And
Great.
the way it looks when it's moving is as scary as it sounds. Here's a quote from one of the scientists. She says, "We were inspired by the cheetah to create a type of soft robot that has spring-powered bistable spine, meaning that the robot has two stable states. Potential applications include search and rescue technologies where speed is essential, and industrial manufacturing robotics. For example, could you imagine production line of robot cheetahs that are faster but still capable of handling fragile objects?"
Yeah.
Says the way too excited researcher assistant Ji Yin at NC State. And I wonder if she means by handling fragile objects, and she means by putting like a neural net brain inside of it and a gun on it to kill everybody.
Yeah, search and kill.
Where did you find this story?
It is CNET.
So it's in the public.
It is.
Yep.
It is known.
Someone's gonna attack NC State. I don't know if you guys have ever been to the Triangle area, but those residents are armed and they are not going to be happy about this. They are not.
Robot cheetahs.
They are not going to be happy about this.
Yeah.
I'm not happy about it.
No, I'm not either.
I'm not saying someone should attack.
No, there's a posse forming right
But
now.
if they should research the exact location of the laboratory and wait till people go home and only attack the laboratory.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't think people are going to get hurt. I think just robots.
Well,
Well,
they should shut those robots down.
They have time. They have time. Nobody needs to worry yet. Leap robots are only approximately 7 centimeters long at this time.
Oh, fuck you, Will.
And they only
Fuck
weigh
you.
45 grams. But Leap bots can reach speeds of up to 2.7 times their body length per second. And they can also run on inclines. And if a fin is attached to them, they can swim faster.
So this is one of those, would you
other-
rather get in a fight with 7,000
Well, if
cheetah
they, no,
robots?
no, I'm saying if they make a big one, we're all fucked.
Yeah, they
It's
have
a-
the
it's a fucking
technology.
pro-
The big one's coming soon.
It's a proof
Right.
of concept. It's 7 fucking centimeters.
Exactly. No,
It's
Hey,
like a
guys,
blue
which actually
dragon
means,
right now.
guys, if you've seen T2, you know we can stop it now.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, we're getting soft with this coronavirus. French bulldogs are killing us. So
yeah. Are you kidding me? This thing's not much smaller than a French bulldog.
right,
Currently in the proof of concept state. It could easily kill a human right now. They make it 10 times bigger. It could kill 10 humans.
invisible viruses and French bulldogs are killing us. We're not doing great.
Do these fucking scientists go home at night and be like, I did a good thing today? Like, do they feel good about themselves knowing
Pretty
that they're fucking
They're-
starting the beginning of the end?
They're going to be the
Yeah.
first to die. The machine just turns around.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Go watch that Hangar One thing. I mean, it's possible we're all already working for the aliens anyway.
I did watch it.
You know, I'll mess you up.
I started watching Hangar One, and I'm gonna stop watching stuff like that until further notice, until we're out of lockdown and stuff.
Yeah, it's a little
I
too
jump.
much. It's a little too much.
It's too much. I'm like smoking weed and watching Hangar One in lockdown. It's not okay.
Yeah, I ate a cookie the other day and then tried to watch Hanger One and
man.
was not pleasurable.
It's
Oh, you ate like a special cookie?
Yeah, I ate a special cookie. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm going
wow.
back to slapstick comedies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the good old days. Anyways, that's going to do it for Hard Factor. As always, thank you for listening. Please be on the lookout for the Barstool Comments Show. Comments of the week this Friday. Dropping. Hopefully, we'll be having somebody on for Florida Man Friday tomorrow. Not sure. We'll see. Subscribe to the YouTube channel to see the new HD setups for both Mark and Wes.
Oh yeah.
Very nice. And most importantly, have a great fucking day.
Oh, yeah!